Hi, this is Jennifer Valentine-Miller on PRZ FM 109.2 on the Jennifer Valentine-Miller Show. Happy New Year and welcome to you as I present my first presentation in 2024. It will be short and concise, but trying to be precise in letting you know about some of the great ethics and business principles are needed for a great ministry or church in 2024. And this isn't going to be based upon some of the trending items, news items that's on social media at the moment. It is primarily for those who are focusing on ministry and their church and the principles that the public and members require you to have and for them to see. The two leading scriptures would be Matthew 6:21, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also, and Proverbs 21:5, the plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. I hope the presentation benefits you and blesses you. Thank you. Hi, and welcome to me, Jennifer Valentine-Miller, on this festive season. Happy New Year, if it's all right to say that. I'm sure, yeah, we're well into it now, so Happy New Year. So welcome to me. And, it's not with reservation that I'm sort of presenting today another topic on ethics and principles. And I'm not going to go into some of the drama or trending stories that's out there that are judging the principles of a church and leadership, and if they're a non-denominational church, where do their ethics lie? But I'm going to mainly focus about the ministry. It's just that on the business side, whatever ministry you do within the church, an ethics approach is needed. And as the new year is with us, businesses want to start the new year on a good and prosperous note. So I've got a Guardian article here, a Guardian newspaper article, wrote about the Christian businessman who's a CEO of Forever 21, and he's known to have delivered a pile of very high selling and very cheap operations, and has been a phenomenal success. And the newspaper's headline read that it is the gospel according to Forever 21. And the newspaper reported that the organisation is religious as well as secretive, and they have wowed America with their affordable, last wearing and fast growing fashion. Forever 21 is based in Beverly Hills, and during the time of the article it was due to open up its first store in London. Now this was way back in 2011, and the company is still active today. So modelling good Christian values in life and in business can really be challenging, but also incredibly fulfilling because of what you do and what you enjoy doing. And the businesses could range from looking after church building, making candles and candlesticks, preparing the Eucharist and bread, even being the person who supplies the communion. Your business could be a business that provides specialist cleaning within the church. You probably prepare the minister's clothes and attire. You distribute the Bible. You are a writer, promoter of Christian worship songs. You could be a bank investing only in Christian businesses, or you might work in a Christian television network or a radio station. You could be offering a food bank or a homeless rehab centre. The list is endless. And in the book of Daniel, it says, I, Daniel, were worn out. I lay exhausted for several days, and then I got up and went about the king's business. I was appalled by the vision. It was beyond understanding. And that was from Daniel 8:27. We can be both a good Christian and a successful business person that treats your employees, customers, and even your competitors the way you would want to be treated yourself. And applying Christian values to your business dealings can be found in the Bible in Acts 19:24-25. A silversmith named Demetrius, who made silver shrines and Artemis, brought in a lot of business for craftsmen there. He called them together along with the workers in the related trades and said, you know, my friends, that we receive good income from this business. So, as a Christian business, receiving money is not an evil thing. In fact, you need to make money in order to pay the bills and pay your employees. So earning money is not the baddie here. But the ethical code insists that one is asked to be honest in the business setting. Proverbs 19:1 says, better is a poor person who walks in his integrity than one who is crooked in speech and is a fool. And this is the easiest way to apply the Christian values to any business setting. It also sets out an example for others and provides consistency in the workplace, especially for career progression too, when others know they can trust your word and you're more likely to be considered for advancement, opportunity, or an apprenticeship. Number 2, to treat people right in business. Matthew 7:12. Therefore, all things whatever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. And that was in the King James Version. For this is the law and the prophets. The golden rule is one of the first lessons we all learn as children. It's that lamp of life that guides many people regardless of faith. It is also one of those cornerstones of good businesses. Companies that treat their employees well also happen to be quite successful. In fact, some of the largest, most successful companies are also among the most ethical, according to a list in 1921 of the most ethical companies. Number 3, be fair in business practice. And if you sell aught unto thy neighbour, or buyest aught thy neighbour's hand, ye shall not oppress one another. That's Leviticus 25:14, King James Version. While it may be law to take care of your employees, it's also important to be fair in business dealings with your competitors. Doing what's right may not always be easy, but being fair and honest enhances your reputation, helps you to build business relationships that could serve you far into the future. Christian companies who view their brother or sister or business competitor as enemies encourages unnecessary energies that end up being costly battles in the courtroom when they should be in the boardroom. Hence why so many Christian businesses go out of business. There is nothing wrong. We're asked to invest wisely in businesses. Luke 14:28. For which one of you, when he wants to build a tower, does not first sit down and calculate the cost to see if he has enough to complete it? Otherwise, he's laid the foundation and is not able to finish, and who deserves begins to ridicule him, saying, this man began to build and is not able to finish. Businesses exist to make a profit. There isn't anything unchristian about earning money, striving to succeed and taking care of your family. But the Bible teaches us to be wise in these endeavours. Make short and long-term plans that will help build your own career and add to the worth of your organisation. And this means choosing good advisors, living within your means, investing with care, and planning for tomorrow. Whether you personally or the company for which you work, when you invest wisely, you reap rewards that can serve you and others. 5, we're asked to donate to worthy causes. Now this, I say, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Each one must do just as he has per purpose in his heart, not grudgingly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver, and God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that you always have all sufficiency in everything. You may have an abundance for every good deed. And that's from 2 Corinthians 9-6, or 9:6. Just as companies that treat their employees well tend to do better than those that do not, those organisations that give back to the community also reap rewards that are both unselfish and generous, whether that comes from giving the form of money, expertise, time or care, is a bedrock of Christian ethics. When you support causes that align well with the principles, you demonstrate good personal and corporate citizenship. Many business leaders understand that faith and success may not be mutually exclusive. Can we bring your Christian principles into work and be someone who leads with authority, compassion, and integrity? So modelling good Christian values in life and in business can be challenging, but also incredibly fulfilling. And one we can both, as a good Christian or a respected Christian and a successful business person. In fact, Warren Buffett, who's America's multimillionaire, believes that integrity and ethics are essential to success. He believes as you pursue your own path, hold fast to your beliefs and treat your employees, customers, and even your competitors the way you want to be treated. And if you have any doubts on how to apply the Christian values to your business dealing, he says, just turn to the Bible. The Bible instructs to continue to be honest in business setting. Better is a poor person who walks in his integrity than one who is crooked in speech and is a fool, as we've heard before from Proverbs 19:1. It is the easiest way to apply any Christian values to any business setting. It also sets an example for others and provides consistency in the workplace, especially as you progress in your career, when others know you can trust you and your word. Therefore, all things whatever you do, that men will do unto you. This is a law of the prophets, as it says in Matthew 7. We know that the companies that treat their employees well are very successful, as we said, but also be fair in business practices, which is what that scripture is trying to lead through again. And if thou sell aught unto thy neighbour, or buy us aught of thy neighbour's hand, ye shall not oppress one another. Leviticus 25:14. See, while it may be instinctual to take care of your employees, it's also important to be fair in business dealings with the competitors. Doing what's right may not always be easy, but being fair and honest enhances your own reputation and helps to build business relationships. that could serve well for you once again in the future. They also sort of ask to donate to worthy causes, take time out to get involved in other charities. 2 Corinthians 9:6, now this I say, he who sows sparingly will reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will reap bountifully. And God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that always having all sufficiency in everything, that you may have an abundance for every good deed. Many business leaders understand that faith and success need to be mutually exclusive. And as I said, it can be a small business practice as well. This needs to be brought into your business place, into your workplace, online, virtually. Ministries belongs to God, and that we're merely his managers and stewards. Our role is to remain faithful to the calling that he has given for us to fulfill. Every working day, all staff join in prayer, seeking for God's blessing and provision for their work. Is this something that you could do? The Lord gives and the Lord takes away, it says in Job 1:21. As long as he supplies the means, we will continue to serve others in his name. If he closes a door and cuts off one of our supports, do we regard this as an indication of his sovereign will against us? But understand that the future of his work in the world does not depend on survival of this organization, but of your dependency in him. God sustains, and he gives to his people generously. Accordingly, do not hesitate to provide very good information as a Christian business, both in good times and bad. And we talk not to be disrespectful or dishonourable in any ways in means of fundraising, because this could affect your own membership, people's confidence in you, maybe your own confidence in the Lord. Also, maybe to resist the temptation to run the ministry as a deficit. If on occasion it becomes necessary to borrow funds to cover large and unforeseen expenditures, it's best to repay the loans as quickly as possible, especially when purchases are made within 30 days. Christian businesses should be regulated in the UK by the Charity Commission, Companies House, His Majesty's Revenue Customs, and in accordance with law and guidance, the Institute's accounts are independently audited each year. There are sort of few principles that define the philosophy behind financial stewardship, but the paying of taxes obviously is a top priority. So it seems that providing that we all remain faithful and confident in the Lord, he will sustain us, he will sustain you or I in our business for his purposes, for the purposes of others, so that our work can endure forevermore.